Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of BossFM Evening News with your host, Jesse.
And your boy, Bryson.
Bryson, my man, how you doing?
Always good, man. Chilling. How about you, my guy?
I just relocated around this little venue, but it's going good so far for me.
I know that's right.
All right, man. Well, you already know what time it is. Tell the people.
Oh, yeah. It's time to wake up the streets, man. Let's get it.
Wake the streets up.
But check this out. In 1982, the life of a man changed when he stepped between two groups fighting outside a bar in a small town in Michigan. Walter Forbes was a young college student when one of the men named Dennis Hall retaliated by shooting Forbes 4 times. Soon after, Hall died in an apparent arson fire, and Forbes was sentenced to life in prison without parole. After serving almost 4 decades in prison, Forbes has walked free after a key witness recanted her testimony in court. While the witness described she seen gasoline being poured on the exterior of the building, investigators only found charring and evidence of accelerants only on the inside of the building. Allegations led back to David Jones, who had owned the building for 8 years and got it insured only 2 months before the fire, according to the fire investigator. Through the inconsistencies, the judge threw out Forbes' conviction this fall, and the county prosecutor filed a motion to dismiss the case, and Forbes walked free late in November. So they actually found him not guilty and just released this man after almost serving 4 decades in prison.
Little like the number 8. The Supreme Court has agreed to take on a case that could either greatly tighten or loosen the limit of how much a student athlete is allowed to get paid. This will be the first time in 30 years the courts will rule on a case involving the NCAA. The courts will review the NCAA statements they say blur the lines between student athletes and professionals. This case was originally brought forth by Sean Olsen, a former West Virginia football player, along with several other professional athletes from the NCAA. The NCAA argues that this initial ruling creates a pay-for-play system. They add saying that if you're rendering a service, then capitalism dictates one should be paid for services. The NCAA is pushing for Congress to pass legislation to allow the NCAA to place restrictions only on how much student athletes can get paid. The Supreme Court will hear arguments in late spring, and with the ruling to be expected by early summer, before the end of the current court's term.
But check this out. Hundreds of Long Beach officers were spotted together many maskers under one roof and standing shoulder to shoulder, not following the COVID guidelines of 6 feet. Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna knowingly and willfully organized the super spreader event. The people of Long Beach and the Long Beach Reform Coalition brought this to the attention of the Citizen Police Complaint Commission. The aftermath is the department reported 81 positive cases since the start of the year among its uniformed personnel. This number includes police officers, uniformed airport personnel, and park rangers. As Monday, these complaints have been filed and taken to the board, where they are looking to get these officers and officials probed.
In other news, Kent States are attempting a lawsuit against Google, accusing that the giant search engine of anti-competitive conduct. On Wednesday, the suit included the online advertising industry and deals to manipulate sales with rival Facebook. General Ken Paxton, a Texas attorney, announced in federal court Google is using a monopolistic power to control pricing of online advertising. Paxton went on to add, this is a fixing in the market in its favor and eliminating all other competition. Google, based in Mountain View, California, called Paxton's claim not only unjustified, but added that the prices of online advertising has fallen over the last 10 decades. More markets have increased the online spending, but for the first 9 months of this year, Google's ad sales totaled nearly $101 billion, as 86% of it was in total revenue. Moving on, as you guys know, this week on BossFM, we are presenting you 7 Days of Christmas, where we give you all of our holiday favorites. Each day of the week, we will be giving you how-tos and all of our favorite Christmas albums, snacks, and much more. Today, we are talking about Christmas albums.
My favorite Christmas album is from Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas, bro. let me tell you why. In 1994, Mariah Carey released this album that would do numbers, crashing the boards and being one of the most memorable Christmas albums called Merry Christmas, which is still to be played by many streaming services, movies, and shopping centers. So this is my favorite album. So what about you? What you got?
So before it was Michael Bublé's Christmas album, where he does a bunch of covers of many classic hits. But right now, I'm currently feeling Chance the Rapper's mixtape, "Merry Christmas, Lil Mama." It is featured Jeremiah, and bro, let me tell you, there's nothing but bangers on that song. You guys should go check it out. It just got released a couple days ago, so this is just brand new to the world right now. But honestly, you guys should go check it out. It's called "Merry Christmas, Lil Mama" by Chance the Rapper featuring Jeremiah. But not only that, with that being said, that is it for your Thursday evening news. Please make sure to tune in tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. for more news and updates. And do not forget our morning show at 10:30 a.m. for some entertainment news with BossFM.
If you would like to rewatch our shows, as always, they'll be available for replay on our BossFM app and on all of our social media platforms. Thank you again for tuning in. It's your boy Bryson.
And it's your boy Jesse. Hope you guys have a great evening.